Hey, Liberty Layers Hideout here. I finally got the pieces in the mail to construct this chicken brooder. It's not exactly where I want it, but we're going to have to go with it from here. See what we got. So I'll start with a little bit and we'll just go from there. So we got, I ordered some stuff off Amazon. Smaller than what I anticipated, so I might need to upgrade it. But right now, I think I can at least get it together and go from there. So let me get some of these bigger screws out. They're not much bigger, but I already pre-drilled some of these. So we'll stick one on there and see where we go from there. Alright, looks like we're about set there. And then I'm just going to do a rough outline so I can get it on there and then worry about the rest of it once we get it there. So I got these two pieces up. I gotta put a couple more of these on here. So let's do another one or two, and then I'll go through and I'll screw everything together. But I want you to get a good visual so we don't eat up a lot of time sitting here making sure that everything is flush. I'll do one on each side till we get it put together, and then I'll add more as we go along. So excuse me if there's a pause in between. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, which is not always the best, but all right. So we'll leave this up. I'll take two of these little bit longer screws. I think they're still only 1/2 inch is what I got. And then I'll slide this one down. Get it where I need it. I'll tack everything in place. And then we'll check to make sure the fitment's good. And then from there, we'll just continue to install. So we got the first portion up. I'll probably put a couple on the back side just to tighten it up. I got the cage back here, so I need to get the whole perimeter done, and then I'm going to set it on there. So, and then from that place forward, then I will continue to tighten down and make sure everything is good to go. And this cage, I already did strip everything together, so it's kind of awkward at the moment trying to get it on here. Alright. Like that, I'll put these brackets in here. We'll just do 2 brackets per at the moment. like I said, I will tighten it all down before the video ends, and we'll get 100% completion rate. So again, I apologize for the breaks in conversation. I'm still getting used to this whole talking as I'm doing stuff. I usually just keep my mouth shut and get it done. But I know that's not a ticket sales for eBay. You need to be able to conversate as well as do what you were supposed to be doing in the meantime. So, if you can't tell, I did put the linoleum down. I figured I would not do the linoleum on the sides too. I just wanted to put it on the bottom so that we wouldn't have any extra waste. But as long as it's dry at the bottom and I clean it out on a regular basis, which most of my brooders are getting cleaned out every 2 to 3 days. So that's before anything gets soggy and wet. So I really appreciate that, because who wants a soggy bottom to their brooder plate? Or not brooder plate, but their brooder in itself. So, and it should be a little smaller on the inside just to make everything fit good. And I'm sure I'll probably have to adjust it as they get a little bigger, or just before I even get it going, to be honest with you. That's why I'm only putting in 2 brackets per piece right now, just to make sure that if I do have to unscrew something, I'm not unscrewing 10, 15 brackets at one time. So I'll do 2 per piece of wood, and then I will slide it over top, and if that fits, then I will go along and secure everything, and we can go from there. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. What do you guys think? And again, my handle is LibertyLayersHideout. If you would like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. For those of you that have already subscribed and viewed, or even just viewed, I appreciate it. It means a lot. I haven't really done much with YouTube in my entire life, and I just figured, why not post videos on stuff I'm doing every day anyway, and try to gain a little bit off it. And if that don't sound good to you, I don't know what does, because anything that you can improve on, I know I've said this a few times in some of my videos, but you always want to improve your position. So if you build a defensive position, it's never going to be good enough. And you always want to continue to make it better. So I've noticed that when I built the temporary coop for Blackbeard, and I was waiting on getting him a girl, because I'm going between the 3 purebred breeds that I'm going to start growing, but I can't get rid of him until my mom comes from Wisconsin, and she's going to take Blackbeard back and make sure that he does what he's supposed to do and protect her flock. She has one small roux, Elsinore, but again, he's tiny, So she will be getting a Serama hen from me for Elsinore. And then she wants 1 to 4 Brahma chicks. Preferably, know what gender they are, but I know the gender is not that big of a deal in my mother's eyes. So I'm happy to go along with it, help her out what she needs. Since my mother's helped me out my entire life, I can't just stop what I'm doing and not think about my family. So she's always been there for me. I'm the baby, so I've always had special treatment, which now being almost 43, I can't complain about being the baby. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. So as you can tell, I almost got the box part done to keep the wood chips from flying everywhere. And like I said, I'll go back through and make sure everything is tight and there's no chicks getting out, and most of the bedding stays on the inside. So that would be so great. All right, one more piece and then I'll throw it up there and see what it looks like. And excuse my garage, it's still a mess. I can't open my big door, so it makes doing this a little more difficult. All right, so just eyeballing, I am a little bit off. So I'll put this on here. And then I'll bring that other side back in. So far, in almost 2 weeks of actually making videos and trying to gain subscribers, I'm at 100 subscribers and like 73,000 views. So I know a lot of mine are short videos. It's been kind of difficult to do the same thing on a daily basis of the same thing on a daily basis. So I'm trying. Hasn't been, well, I would say it's been pretty successful. So I'm ecstatic. I never thought I would make a YouTube video, let alone have 100 people that subscribe to my page and over 73,000 views. So it's pretty exciting. All right, I'm gonna slide this out, and then this piece of wood, I'm just gonna unscrew it. Well, I need to screw this in. Then I'll go around the back because I need to bring the center line in a little bit. It's kind of bowed out. So I tried outlining everything, but it seems to be just that much more difficult. That's more flush. If I can get this in here. And I used fence pickets. I had just some loose pieces, and they're working great for this, making a box on the inside. So now I pretty much got the frame part done on the inside. I will set this brooder over top and see what I'm working with. Not looking too bad. Yeah, not looking too bad at all. So I think I'm happy with this. Now I can just go around and tighten everything up and put more brackets. Alright. I'll put this centerpiece in. I did trim this down a couple times now, but to get it in, I gotta send it up. Alright, I'll reach on through here. So I'll open these up, get in here, both my hands work at it. There we go. Go around on the back side, get this straightened up. Alright, I think that's going to work, guys. I just have to tighten everything down, but that'll look pretty good. What do you guys think? Do a little walk around, but for a $23 wire cage that I got that didn't have a bottom, and scrap plywood and scrap fence pickets, I think I'm out $30, and it's 6 foot long by 34 inches wide, and I think it's going to work out really well. Let's see if I can get this up a little bit higher. So apologies. Oh yeah, I can get a little bit higher. There we go. That should give us a better point of view. There we go. Let's set this back here. There we go. Now I'll just go through and I will secure the frame on the inside before I screw down the fence to the table itself. So bear with me as I continue to go through this. I need to put some brackets in here. It's a little more difficult with one hand on the inside than having two hands to do this, but it'll work. I have confidence. Alright, not as easy. Alright, I think secured all this down, I'm going to go ahead and take everything apart again, except for the wood that I already have. I'm just going to pick this up and set this aside if I can. All right. There we go. That'll be a lot easier once I get the cage off the top. Then I can secure everything and then put the cage back on top and then secure the cage to it. So, again, I'll put my divider back up. And as I go through, if you guys see anything that would benefit me, by all means, please comment. All it's going to do is help me out in the long run. And that's my goal, to help myself with this stuff. And if I help myself, then it helps y'all as well. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. So let's see if I can set this up to where you can see what I'm doing on the inside. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn my camera around. Apologize. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, that's looking up at the sky. Hopefully this doesn't end my video.